once again, welcome to Mima's Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful shoulder bag here, and it is made using the Jasmine stitch, this one. Okay, so for this bag we're going to need macrame. This is macrame cord, which is about 3 millimeters thick. You're also going to need these beads for decoration, but if you don't have them, it's still fine. You're also going to need 4 of these metal rings here, 2 this side and then 2 the other side. Okay, you're also going to need a crochet hook. I used a 6 millimeter crochet hook. You're also going to need a tapestry needle, stitch markers. I used about 6 of them. You're also going to need a scissors. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so I'm going to begin with a chain of 17. Okay, so this is my slip knot. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to continue and come back with the chain of 17. Okay, so I now have my chain of 17. Okay, so we're going to be working in rounds. Okay, so now my first stitch, I'm going to skip this first chain from the hook and insert my hook into the second chain. Okay, so we're going to be working single crochet for the base of the bag in US terms. Okay, grab my yarn, pull it through, yarn over, and then pull through. So this is my first single crochet. So for this one, you'll find that I have 3 blue stitch markers and 3 red stitch markers and this green one here. It is different from this because it is going to be marking the starting point. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. This is my first point, okay, of the round. So in the next chain, I'm going to put 1 single crochet again. In the following, 1 single crochet. Okay, so I'm just going to continue, okay, with 1 single crochet up until towards the end of the chains here. Okay, so I'm left with 1 chain here, the last chain. So here I just want to close to reduce the size of this chain here. Okay, we want to put 5 single crochet in this chain, and then we curve and then start crocheting this side. Okay, I'm also going to cut this tail just to make it a little bit shorter. Okay, so now, so in this last chain here, we're going to put 5 single crochets. Okay, so that's 1. Okay, 2. So in the second one, I'm going to put a stitch marker. Okay, now put the third, put again the stitch marker, the fourth, put again the stitch marker, and the last one, the fifth. And you can see that now we have curved. Okay, we're crocheting this side and we have curved, and now we're at the other side. Okay, so now I'll be inserting my hook into the back of the chains. Okay, so I'll be inserting here. Okay, just putting 1 single crochet in each. Okay, like that. Okay, okay, so I'm just going to continue up until I'm towards here. Okay, so I'm left with this one. Okay, the last one, this one. Okay, okay, so we're also assuming that this first stitch is also coming from this first chain here. So instead of putting 5 like we did here, I'm just going to put 4 plus this one to make them 5. Okay, so that's 1. Okay, 2. So in this one I'm going to put a stitch marker in the second, and then 3. So you just adjust them so that they all fit. Okay, put another stitch marker, and then the last one, like that. Then I put the stitch marker. So this is the last stitch of the round. Okay, and if you're to count the total number of your stitches, you should have 38 stitches. Okay, so now we move on to the second round. So in this first stitch, we're just going to remove our stitch marker. Okay, this is the first stitch, and then put 1 single crochet. Okay, 1 single crochet, and then put back the stitch marker. Okay, and then I'm going to continue with 1 single crochet in the following stitches. Okay, like that. Up until at this stitch marker here. Okay, so I'm now here at the stitch markers with at this stitches with stitch markers. So in this stitch I move the stitch marker and I'm going to put 2 single crochets. Okay, so that's 1. Put back the stitch marker in the first of the 2. Okay, and then I've put 1. I'm going to put another one in the same stitch. That's 2. Okay, move on to the next one. I'm going to put 2 again. Okay, so that's 1. Put back the stitch marker in the first of the increase. Okay, 2 again. I repeat that in this third one. So what we're doing here is we're adding 1 extra stitch in each of these stitches with stitch markers, so that at this curve we've added 3 more stitches. And this, by doing this, we're increasing the width of our bag, of our bust, so that it remains flat. Okay, so now I put 1 single crochet in the following stitches which do not have stitch markers. Okay, so here we've added 1, 2, 3 stitches. Okay, so now I continue 1 single crochet in each of the following stitches which do not have stitch markers up until I'm at these blue stitch markers here, these ones. Okay, so I'm now here, I'm left with these 3 stitches. Remember, this one here is my starting point. Okay, and we are not increasing in this one, we're only increasing in these 3 stitches as well as this ones. Okay, so now I remove again my stitch marker and repeat what we just did this other side. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 single crochets in that one, and remember to put back the stitch marker into the first stitch of the increase. Okay, and then again in the same stitch put another single crochet. Okay, again I repeat in the second one. That's 1. Put back the stitch marker, and again that's 2. Okay, the last stitch, that's 1. Okay, put back the stitch marker, and then the second one, that's 2. Okay, so we've completed the second round, and if you're to count your stitches, that you'll find that we've added 6 more stitches. Okay, so at this point we now have 44 stitches. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is we want to do the third and the fourth round, and we're just going to repeat exactly what we did with this second round that we just did. Okay, just make sure that in the stitch markers you put 2 stitches as well as this one, and then the first one here you don't increase the stitches, you just put 1 single crochet and then put back the stitch marker. Okay, and then continue with 1 single crochets up until you are at the stitch markers. Okay, so let's repeat the second round and crochet round 3 and round 4 and then come back. Welcome back. So I now have 4 rounds. Okay, and if you have to measure the length of our bust, it's about 10 inches and the width is about almost 3.5 inches. Okay, so now this is the base. Okay, and we are done with the base. Now we want to start crocheting the sides. Okay, so the sides is no longer going to be single crochet, we're going to be crocheting the Jasmine stitch. Okay, so now we're going to remove the stitch markers. Okay, and we're going to remain with this one. Okay, so the first round of the sides, we're going to be inserting our hook in the back loop only. Okay, we're going to be inserting our hook into the back loop only. Okay, we have this front loop, this one, okay, and then we have this back loop. Okay, so this is the last stitch. We're going to begin in this very last stitch. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over, okay, and then insert my hook into this last stitch that we did. Okay, pull up a loop like that. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3 loops. Okay, so now I yarn over again, I skip the stitch into this one, into the back loop, pull up a loop, okay, yarn over again into the same stitch, pull up a loop. Okay, so now I have 2, 4, 6, 7 loops on the hook. I skip this one again, yarn over, pull up a loop, okay, yarn over again, pull up a loop. Okay, so at this point you should have 11 loops on the hook. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay, so now I take my thumb, I yarn over, okay, yarn over, and then pull through all these loops like that. Okay, so you find that I put my thumb here, so in there I'm going to insert my hook and then do a slip like this. Okay, so at this point, this is our flower. We're just going to take this as our flower, and it has got 3 petals. Okay, so we've got this one, okay, and then we have got the middle one, and then this one. Okay, with practice this is a very simple stitch. Okay, so now we move on to the next flower, okay, with 3 petals. Okay, so here's what I do, just pull a little bit the loop, okay, yarn over, okay, here in the stitch that we just did, pull up a loop. Okay, already I have 3 here, so I'm just going to mark this point here. This is the starting point that we did. Okay, the center of our flower here. So I yarn over again. Okay, in this last stitch that we inserted our hook, okay, you can see this loops coming from this stitch. Okay, I'm going to go again into that stitch, pull up a loop, okay, yarn over again into that same stitch, pull up a loop like that. Okay, now I have 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, I yarn over again, we should have 11. I skip the stitch, go into this one, pull up a loop, yarn over in that same stitch, pull up a loop. So you find that if you are to separate this, we have these are 3 petals that I'm talking of, 1, 2, and 3, and we have 11 loops here. Okay, so here I'm just going to put my thumb here so that I leave a small space for me to insert my hook when you do the slip knot. Okay, so like that. If you want, you can just find a way to know that you are going to be inserting into this, okay, this one, or you can just hold it like this, it's still fine. And then pull through all the 11 loops like that. Okay, and then in here, and I do a slip knot like that. Okay, now I move on to the next one. So this is our second flower. It's done with 3 loops, with 3 petals, sorry, and this is the first one. Okay, so now I move on to the third one. I'm just going to repeat what we did with the second one. Okay, set back into the center of the second one. Okay, so that I have 3 loops here. Okay, yarn over into the last stitch that we inserted our hook, this one, pull up a loop again in that same stitch, pull up a loop. Okay, now I have 7 loops on the hook. I yarn over, skip this one, pull up a loop in that same stitch, pull up a loop. I now have the 3 petals and 11 loops here. Okay, so I'm going to put my thumb here, yarn over, okay, and then I'm going to pull through all 11 loops. Okay, so here and come here, set my hook, yarn over, and then do a slip knot like that. Okay, don't worry, the pattern will be coming out. Okay, so we're just going to repeat what we did here up until we're towards the end here. Okay, welcome back. So this is our first round. Okay, and here I'm only left with this one stitch here, and this is the last stitch, the one that we inserted our hook first. Okay, this is the last stitch of the previous round. Okay, so here we can only put one flower. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, in this last one, we're just going to do what we were doing. Okay, and over, pull up a loop again, pull up a loop. Okay, so here I'm going to skip all of this. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over, and then I'm going to come at the center of the first flower that we did. Okay, this one. Okay, and then I'm going to pull up a loop, yarn over, set again, pull up a loop. I now have 11 loops here. I yarn over, and then pull through all 11. Okay, like that. And then here like that. Okay, so I've just joined my round. Okay, and completed it. Okay, so now we move on to the second round. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now, from now onwards, we're just going to be inserting our hook at the center of these petals, of these flowers, okay, that we're doing this one. Okay, at the centers. Okay, that's where we're just going to be inserting our hook. Okay, so now for this first one, here's how we're going to be doing it. Okay, and over, inserting here, pull up a loop. Okay, and over, and move on into the center of the next petal, this one, pull up a loop, and over again, insert into the center pull up a loop. Okay, I now have 7, yarn over. I move into the next flower, the center of the next flower, this one. Okay, pull up a loop. Okay, yarn over again, set at the center, pull up a loop. I now have 11. I now have 11 loops, yarn over here, and then pull through all 11. Okay, like that. And then here, and then pull through. Okay, so this is just going to put a stitch marker here so that I know where my second row began, second round. Okay, so I move on to the next. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull up a loop, and I have 7, yarn over. So the next center of is this one. Okay, this one. Then I insert here, yarn over again, pull up a loop. Okay, 11 loops, yarn over, and then pull through all 11. Okay, okay, so you can see now the full flower that we now have there. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat this right round. Okay, and just show you one last time. Okay, just one more last time. Okay, insert here, pull up a loop. Okay, then we come here, pull up a loop, insert again, pull up a loop. So inserting twice. Okay, and then we come here at the center. In other words, we're just skipping this stitch here like we were doing previously. Okay, now I have 11 loops on the hook, and over. Okay, okay, like this. Okay, so I'm just going to continue right round up until I'm towards the end. Welcome back. So okay, I've done the second round, and you can see now that we have 4 flowers here. Okay, so I'm now towards the end. Okay, so this is our back so far. Okay, so now at the end here. Okay, okay, and over, and then come here, pull through all the 11 loops, and that. Okay, so now you're just going to continue repeating the sequence. Okay, just make sure that you know where your round is beginning and where it is also finishing. Okay, that, and then pull through all 3. Okay, so again I'm just going to continue with the pattern. Okay, 11 loops on the hook, and then pull through all the 11 loops. Okay, okay, just going to mark here like that. So I'm just going to go on repeating the sequence, okay, like this. Up until I have 6 rounds and then come back. Welcome back. So I've done 6 rounds, okay, of this Jasmine stitch, and this is our bag so far. Okay, so now I want to do the finishing rounds. So here, this is the starting point. Okay, I'm going to now do single crochet, okay, right round. So here, from where you just finish, set your hook into the next stitch, okay, and then do single crochet like this. Try to do it as tight as possible so that this line also aligns with this one, okay. So I'm just going to continue with 1 single crochet, okay. These are your stitches at the top here, okay. Okay, for this one, okay, okay, okay. So I'm just going to continue doing single crochet right round, okay, up until I'm back here, the starting point. Come back. So I've just done 1 round of single crochet, so I want to do another round of single crochet, but now we've been setting our hook in the back loop only, okay. So here we have the front loop and the back loop, okay. So I've been setting in the back loop like this, and then do single crochet like that. So I'm just going to put back the stitch marker, okay, and I'm going to continue with 1 single crochet in each stitch in the back loop, okay. Like that. So I'm just going to continue right round, and then I'm going to repeat again. Welcome back. So I now have 1, 2, 3 rounds of single crochet, so I'm just going to finish off. I'm just going to join with a slip stitch here, okay, then I'm going to cut and then fasten off, okay. Okay, so I'm just going to fasten off here, and hide this inside the bag and then come back. Okay, so this is our bag so far, okay, and this is where we fastened off, okay. So just to adjust the stitches, okay, so that it doesn't show, okay. So now we want to do the handles, okay, and then we attach them here. Okay, so here you're going to leave a tail, okay, and then we're going to do a chain. This is my slip knot, okay. So I'm going to do 2 chains. That's 1 and then 2, okay. I'm going to insert my hook into the first chain, then do 1 single crochet, okay, and then I'm going to turn like this, and then I'm going to set into this loop. We're just going to do a Romanian cord and then pull through like that, and then pull through like that. Okay, come back and then insert these 2 loops at the back and over, pull through, and then pull through, turn again, so I'm just going to continue doing this up until I have the length that I want for my handle. Okay, I'm going to do 2 identical handles. Okay, so this is the Romanian cord. So I'm just going to continue, okay, up until it's about 45 centimeters or 50 centimeters, and then come back. Welcome back. So I now have this handle, okay, and this one is about 47 centimeters. Okay, so you're going to make another one exactly like this one. So I'm just going to show you how to join this to the back. Okay, first, so we have these 2 rings. You need 4 of them. Okay, 2 here and then 2 the other handle. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is I'm just going to cut here and leave a tail enough for me to attach the handle. So here you pull, okay, like this. Now I'm going to take the needle, okay. So I also want to accessorize this handle a little bit. So I have these beads, so I'm just going to insert to this side and then to this side. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. And then come back. Okay, so I've inserted the beads. Now I'm going to take this one and we want to join this here. Okay, so here we just want to join with 3 stitches. So now I have 1, 2. Okay, so I'm just going to do the last one. Just make sure that it is neat. Okay, it's neat enough. Okay, like that. So you can even use this side. Okay, so here I'm just going to fasten this ends inside the handle. Okay, Okay, so like that. So I'm just going to go on and join this side and then come back. So here we have this small lump here. You might want to just loosen it a bit. Okay, okay, like this, and then you now attach to this. Okay, so now we have this one handle. You're going to go on and do exactly another one like this one. Okay, but now I want to join this to the back. Okay, okay, so I'm going to come here and then I'm going to lay my bag flat. Okay, like totally flat. Okay, and then I'm going to put a stitch marker at this corner. Okay, and then again I'm just going to put another one here. Okay, so now I'm just going to count where I want to put my handles, somewhere here. Okay, so that's going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then I'm going to put a stitch marker there. Okay, so I'll come again this other side, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then I'm just going to put a stitch marker in the second row from the top. Okay, here is where we're going to put our handles. So we're going to come this side again. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6. Put here, and then again here, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, there might be a slight variation, but it's still fine. Okay, so the first handle we're going to attach it here, and then the next handle at the side. Okay, just going to remove these, and I'm going to come and we're going to attach here. So we're just going to use a tapestry needle. Okay, like this. So just try as much as possible to make it look neat. Okay, okay, okay. So I'm just going to leave it like this. Okay, if you want you can continue adding the stitches here, but I'm just going to leave it, and I'm going to tie inside here and then fasten off the ends. Okay, so I'll fasten this off. Okay, so this is our first handle. Okay, and then I come this side. Again, I'm going to tie again. Inside. Okay, so this is our first handle. Okay, so I'm going to go on and do the other handle exactly the same as we did with this one, and then come back. Welcome back. So this is our bag, and I'm done with the handles. Okay, and that is our bag. Okay, thank you for watching Mima's Crafts. Please do subscribe, like, comment, and share for more videos. Also, if you want, you can put a button or a zipper here. It will still be fine. Okay, thank you.